this product sucks. They're both good. Like, I would use both of these again. Hello my friends, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today I am going to be testing some popular drugstore dupes for some high-end products that I really love and some high-end products that I'm kind of playing with for the first time today. So we are going to be testing those out. So can you guys tell? One side of my face is totally drugstore and the other is totally high-end. I'll give you guys a second. And if you saw the thumbnail, you already know. But this is the high-end side of my face and this is the drugstore. So the way this video is going to work, we are going to hop in and kind of watch me put it on and sort of talk it through with you guys. And then I'm going to Costco, I'm going to IKEA, I'm going to a few other stores. So I'm going to put in some little clips throughout the day just so you can see the natural light, see how it's wearing. I will say off the bat, I'm really happy with how it looks right now, but I think the real test and the real difference between high-end products and drugstore products is not how they look when you first put them on, it's how they look hours later, how they wear on your face with your real life. So if you're new, hi, my name's Alana, and here at Classy on the Run, we love talking about beautiful things, beautiful makeup, beautiful places to travel when we're not in the global pandemic, perfume, handbags, fashion, all that fun stuff. So if that sounds like the kind of thing you enjoy, then just keep on watching, subscribe, give a like, leave a comment. You guys know I love hanging with you guys in the comments. So anyways, without any further ado, let's put this look on my face and then let's just go out and live our lives. So for my primer today, I'm going to be using the Wonder Beauty Glow Head Primer. I don't have a primer that I want to compare for today's video, so I'm just going to use this. Okay, so the foundations we're going to be comparing today are the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover and the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. So for those of you guys who've been on my channel a while, you guys know I'm obsessed with this. This is one of my holy grails. I love it. This is new to me. I've used it twice and I think it's a nice product. So a couple of the features that I think make these products comparable. I mean, the packaging is sort of similar. This one has a pump. This has a squeezy tube. They both have SPF 50, which is great for the summer. They're both full coverage. This one describes as a CC cream. This one says full coverage protective makeup sunscreen. This one is in 102 Fair Porcelain and this is in shade Fair. So I'm gonna do the drugstore on this side and the high end on this side. So starting off with the Dream Urban Cover, it is sort of like a paint tube. We're just gonna give it a little, looks like enough. And then I just wanted to show you the CC cream. As you can see, this one's almost done, so I do have a backup if we run out. So if you guys can sort of see, this is the drugstore, this is the high end. This one's a little bit more beigey in color, the other one's a little more pink. And I'd also just say this one almost holds its shape better and this one is a little bit more liquidy. And then I'm just going to use my color switch to try to just get some of that product off the brush. So you can even see sort of blending it out. They are two different colors. So I am actually going shopping today. So I'm really hoping I won't look ridiculous. Okay, so next up we have two concealers to compare. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away and the Maybelline Instant Rewind Eraser. So I did have, this is a new one of these because I could not locate mine and I don't know where it went. I've reorganized and cleaned my beauty drawers and I looked everywhere. So I don't know, so we're just gonna have to twist it a lot to kind of, come on. And then this is Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Away. I always have a hard time opening it. And this one is much more loved. Kind of worried that this Maybelline one might be a little dark for me. I don't really like to use the Magic Away as an eyeshadow base, so I'm just going to use my Benefit Bowing Concealer just to sort of even out the color on my eyelids and use it as an eyeshadow base. Originally, I thought I was going to be comparing the Benefit Gimme Brow to the Essence Make Me Brow, but two things happened. One, I didn't want my first time using a lot of these products to be on this video, and this product sucks, this Essence one. So let me show you. When you pull out the Benefit Gimme Brow, you've got like this nice, I always have to scrape off a little on the top, you've got this nice like little small tapered brush. And with the Essence one, and I see a ton of people comparing these as dupes, and that is just unfair to Benefit. So the brush is not as tapered, it's a little longer, but the problem is I find the Essence product to be super chalky, and it just like, it doesn't sit nicely on the brow. It doesn't give me that sort of natural but better look. So, and I'm not using a pencil at all today. So I'm going to use Gimme Brow, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to compare it to. So again, I just do some little flicks up. This is also really great for this point in my life of quarantine, because I typically get my brows waxed and tinted by Benefit every month. It's like a thing. I don't ever miss it. And I have not had my brows done in 3.5 months, which is insane for me. But I'm actually going to be comparing it to the e.l.f. Wow Brow. So much more impressed than the Essence one. Like, the Essence one is chalky and I don't like it. And the e.l.f. one, I mean, it's not quite as well pigmented, or like, there's a less shade range between e.l.f. And Essence compared to Benefit. So that's why I do prefer the Benefit one. Because they have that 3.5, which is this like nice sort of like warm taupe shade on me, and e.l.f. and Essence don't quite have that. They have, I think, have 3 shades in their collection. But this one, the brush is more comparable to the Essence one, but the formula inside of it is not chalky. It's more of like a nice gel. So as you can see, this brow is definitely warmer. But this is just a beautiful result. So I'm looking forward to comparing them near the end of the day. I'm just going with my NARS Skin Deep palette. You guys have seen that in some previous videos. And we are going to be using a different, we're going to be using an eyeshadow topper. So we're just going to do like the world's fastest, just like a little eyeshadow base, just to, good enough. You'll see why. Okay, so we're gonna do our bronzer now. So you guys know I'm obsessed with my Film Star Bronze and Glow by Charlotte Tilbury. And I really want to compare the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula to it. Now, I do like the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Obviously I have it, I have used it. It is, I think, the best bronzer at the drugstore, and I think all of YouTube basically agrees. And so I typically see people comparing it, just saying like it performs as well as a high-end, but I haven't really seen it like compared as any one specific high-end one. But it has a lot of the qualities, as I was looking at it and swatching it, that I really appreciate in my Charlotte Tilbury one. Namely that it's neither too warm nor too cool. It's not shimmery. It gives me this sort of the contour-esque element that I like. I'd say the biggest difference, of course, at this point is that it smells like coconuts. I would say off the bat, the Butter Bronzer is a more pigmented than the Charlotte one. So you'll want to use a softer hand. Let me just... So I haven't put any powder on this part of my cheek, so it's okay. We're going to be comparing the Maybelline Cheek Heat to Glossier's Cloud Paint. And I thought this was going to be more of a moussey texture. I wasn't expecting it to be so liquid. But the shades I have to compare are Nude Burn and Storm. So this darker one is Glossier and this lighter one is Maybelline. They're both very liquidy. So what I'm just doing is I'm sort of like tapping it into my hand to just get a nice kind of diffused amount on my brush. And I like to just sort of tap it into place first and then use my fingers to sort of give it a nice blend. So this is a really pretty berry shade. And then I'm going to switch to color. I'm gonna need a little bit more to sort of even it out. Again, the Glossier one was a little bit more pigmented, but also it's a darker shade, so that doesn't really surprise me. But it's also more liquidy than the, which again, overall I was expecting a moussey kind of cloud texture, so I'm kind of curious why they called it Stila Smouldering Siren, and the Pixie by Petra Bare Brilliance Fairy Light. Okay, so this is the applicator on the Pixie by Petra. It basically just looks like one of their lip glosses. Okay, so this is Stila on this side, and this is Pixie. And they're both sort of like a silvery taupe sparkle. They're very similar. Like, I'd say that's the, this one is the Pixie. It's just a little bit more pink, and the Stila is a touch more taupe. So I'm going to be using the highlighting shade from my Film Star Bronze and Glow. And I'm actually just using an e.l.f. highlighting brush that I picked up, and I'm actually super impressed by this. I was just like getting ready to go on and do the other side just out of habit. But on the other side of my face, we're going to be comparing the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. This one is super affordable. It is absolutely beautiful, and I like it as a product, like just on its own. Like, forget about trying to dupe something with it. And they're both just a super, super pretty sort of champagne-y gold. You can see this one up here is the Essence, and this one down here is Charlotte. The Essence one is a little bit peachier, a little bit darker, but very, very similar, like just sort of finely milled, not like a chunky glitter, lit from within, and as you can see, they're on each side of my face. Okay, so for mascara, we are doing a very classic comparison of the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise and Better Than Sex. I think this is their birthday packaging. So Better Than Sex has a very big brush, so we're just going to, not actually even going to do eyeliner today. And again, no eyelash curler. I do feel like mascara really does bring this look together. Okay, so for our lip, we're going to throw in one more comparison. We're going to try the Hourglass the Hourglass Plumping Lip Gloss and the Catrice Plumping Lip Gloss. So you guys know I love the Catrice one. I recently did a video with them. Okay, so the Hourglass one is a really nice big doe foot. Much peachier than I recall. This one by Catrice, again, also a big doe foot, but not as big. Nope, they both have some pumping action going on. I can feel my lips already tingling. The two sides of my face do not look like ridiculously different, which is awesome because I'm not gonna look insane when I'm out shopping. People, like, I can see it's different. Like, I can see the blush is a little bit different. The foundation, now that they've both settled down, I can't really see the difference. The eyeshadow, mascara, I can't see a difference at all. The lip glosses are different colors, but honestly, those are probably going to be gone by the time I leave the house because that's just how lip gloss works. Looks good to me, so let's see how this wears, and I will see you guys soon. My makeup has been on for about 6 hours. We're just leaving HomeSense. I'm going to look in the car to see what it looks like. It was a hot and sunny day, but the Glossier blush is holding up really well. We're starting to see the Maybelline blush starting to fade. So it's about 8:30 and I've had my makeup on since 11:30 this morning. So about 9 hours, and overall it's holding up pretty well on both sides. We'll have to get a little closer in with the mirror when we do the final, like I'm taking it off before bed. I will say definitely prefer the Benefit brow thing. It's just a better color match, color range, and I think my eyebrow on the side just looks better. What else? And oh yeah, this is a reminder why I don't wear like glitter eyeshadow, because it has migrated on both of them, like all over my face. So yeah, that's why I don't wear glitter. Okay, so I am back. I put on my makeup around 11 or 11:30 this morning, and it is now 12:07, in the morning, and that is because I am really bad at going to bed. So this is how the makeup held up during the day. I'm just going to take a little look in my mirror, see what we think. So off the bat, okay, that is really messy with the lighting. I'll use my other mirror. Okay, so off the bat, I definitely prefer my Benefit Gimme Brow to the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and as I mentioned, I don't like the Essence one at all. So the e.l.f. Wow Brow is $4 American and Gimme Brow is $32 Canadian. I'm just going off the Sephora and the e.l.f. websites. e.l.f. comes in 5 shades and Benefit comes in 10. I thought the formula on the e.l.f. one was very nice. No complaints formula wise, but in terms of colors, they didn't really have one that matched 3.5 by Benefit, which is my go-to shade in all of their products. I love having a bit more warmth in my brow because I do have, I don't know if you can really see in the lighting, but my mom and her entire side of the family are redheads, so I do have a bit of warmth in my hair and I like that to come through in my brows. So formula wise, they've both held up well. My brows don't look the greatest today, but that's because, as I've mentioned, I haven't had them done in months. But I'd say like formula wise, not too bad on the drugstore. Like I would use it again, I'll use it up. And I do like the product, but I just prefer that there's a little bit more pigmentation, and I like the color better on the Benefit one. Okay, and now I'd say in terms of the sparkly eyeshadow, I honestly cannot tell a difference. Both of them have migrated down my face, like down my eyes and whatever, but like that's what happens with glitter. This is like a reminder of why I don't wear products like this. And look, I don't know your makeup taste, but if you're like me and you are only going to be using like a super sparkly eyeshadow like once in a blue moon, maybe for a special occasion, I would definitely go with the Pixie one. Pixie is at that price point that's sort of between, now I will leave all the prices down below, but Pixie is at that price point where it's sort of between drugstore and high-end, so not a huge saving compared to Stila. Okay, now let's talk about the blush. So this is the Cloud Blush by Glossier, and this was Maybelline. The Maybelline one is basically all gone off my face, and it has sort of like irritated my skin a little bit, whereas we are like ready to take off our makeup and go to bed, and Glossier is still going strong and my skin doesn't look irritated. So Glossier definitely wins. I would definitely say that Charlotte is coming up better than the Essence one, but the Essence one is really nice, and that Essence highlighter, like whether or not it compares to Charlotte doesn't really matter because it is just a really nice highlighter on its own. Bit of a different shade, but I think Charlotte is holding up better. In terms of bronzer, I can't really tell too much of a difference in terms of our wear test. I did find that the butter bronzer was more pigmented, so I prefer a lighter, more diffused look, so I would definitely recommend using a lighter hand. Obviously the lip glosses are long gone. They're both quite nice. So if you're choosing between that Hourglass one and the Catrice, I would just get the Catrice. What else have we got? Oh, mascara. So both have held up well. I know a lot of people find that Better Than Sex by Too Faced does flake on them. I've never really had that problem, but I just prefer the volume and the slightly wetter look that you get with L'Oreal Lash Paradise as compared to the more almost like a drier look when it comes to the Better Than Sex, but these two really do look identical. Now I was out in the sun today, and while I am in no way, shape, or form qualified to do like a full-on SPF analysis, I was out in the sun today, neither side of my face is burned, so these both win on that front. I do prefer the smell of the IT Cosmetics one, and I like the pump better than the squeezy bottle, but that's just me. I would say that IT Cosmetics, especially here, is holding up a bit better. It's gotten a little, like it's almost like gone on my nose here, whereas this side not as much. It's like clinging to dry patches here, but on this side where I use the drugstore product, it's all gone. And then just kind of like lost some coverage over here. Like it looks like I'm not wearing anything in this part of my face, whereas here you can still see that coverage, but not like, again, If I was walking down the street, you wouldn't notice. I'm just literally staring at myself in a magnifying mirror, like right here. This is a product that interests you, but the price is maybe making you a little hesitant. I would definitely check this out. I do prefer this one. I really like this particular product, and I like this color a little bit better on me. It was really hard to color match at the drugstore because there aren't any testers due to the pandemic. They're both good. Like, I would use both of these again. So, take a look closer. This was the high-end side of my face, and this was the drugstore. So I want to just give you guys a second to... But anyways, I'm going to take the rest of my makeup off camera. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found this dupe testing to be helpful. I hope you found it interesting. I found it fun. I did feel a little bit silly like going out today with like the two sides of my face in different makeup, like just knowing that. But in the mirror it looked pretty similar. Both held up pretty well. So definitely if you are interested in some of those higher end products that I was showcasing and you want to try them or even see if that style of product is right for you. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If there's any other dupes you want me to test, let me know. Let me know if you enjoyed the style of video, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And we, I guess, have a 4,000 subscriber giveaway coming up really soon, which is crazy. I picked the products out for that one today. So if that's posted, I'll leave it down in the comments or the cards or something. If it's not, stay tuned because it will be soon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye. Mwah.